Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are doing absolutely fine. My name is Prince and you are watching the Tech Stream. In this video, we are going to review the custom ROM with most number of customization, extended aka MSM extended. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. MSM Extended is a custom ROM which is known for its customizability. This ROM provides tons and tons and tons of customization, and it will literally take you 1 to 2 hours just to get through each of the options that this ROM provides. So let's directly move to the settings, and up top we have the extensions menu. We have various options like theme room, ambient, animation and a lot more. I'm going to give you a quick overview of each of the options that this ROM provides, and I'm not going to cover every single option because it will take a lot of time. So inside the theme room we have the options to select a dark theme and various shades of dark theme. Then there are options like accent picker, gradient picker, font, system slider styles. Under that there are settings to change the look and appearance of the settings app. After that we have various Wi-Fi and mobile data signal icon styles. And then we also have settings for QS appearance customization like the tile styles and tint color. At the bottom of the theme room we have QS header options, which allows you to change the header of the quick settings, and you can even set it to a custom image like I have done here. Now if we come back to the extensions menu, we have ambient display settings. We get various customizations options for ambient display, edge lighting and always on display. You can even add a specific text or image on ambient always on display. Next up we have animation settings where you can change screen off animation style, quick setting tiles animations and even toast and list view animations. After that there are button settings where you can select different volume panel styles, and this is one of my favorite features of this ROM, that you can select between various types of volume panels. Moving ahead, you can also play with the volume steps, volume key cursor control, music control and other options related to volume buttons. Next up we have gesture settings where you have different gestures like 3-finger screenshots, status bar brightness control, quick torch and double tap gestures. Under that we have lock screen options where you can customize each and every element of the lock screen UI like the clock style, font size, etc. Next, you can also customize the lock screen shortcuts, hide icons, status bar and even lock screen info. Below that you can play with the Pulse music visualizer and media cover art on the lock screen. And at the bottom we have another one of my favorite features, FOD customization. Here you can change the animation effect of the fingerprint and fingerprint icons, and you can even set your fingerprint icon to a custom image like I have done here. Next up we have navigation bar settings where you can choose between various navigation bar styles, and you can even add shortcuts and change various settings for the gesture length. After that we have notification settings where you can change the heads up notification, notification headers and dismiss all button icons. Beneath that you have other settings like hiding smart reply, show notification count and even breathing notifications. Moving ahead, inside the power menu you have options to customize the power menu styles, and you can toggle between different buttons to show or hide on the power menu. You can even change the maximum number of buttons that a power menu shows. In the quick settings tabs you can customize the quick settings logo, show or hide the QS titles and even toggle between quick pull down and smart pull down. Then there are brightness bar position settings followed by the number of rows and columns to show in quick settings menu in portrait and landscape modes. Inside the status bar you can play with status bar items like clock, date and even career label. After that there are other settings for status bar icons like what icons to show, traffic indicators, status bar logo and even status bar weather. Last but not the least, we have extra settings like gaming mode, sleep mode, screenshot type and other aggressive battery saving settings. So those were a lot of options, right? But that's not all. You also get OnePlus settings tab under which you have options like DC dimming, high brightness mode and Dolby Atmos. We also have FPS overlay settings, 240Hz sampling rate for all apps and other OnePlus gestures. So these were all the features that the ROM provides, and it literally took me more than an hour just to get through all the options while setting up the phone. Performance wise, this ROM is very good and it provides a decent battery life. I usually get 6 to 7 hours of screen on time without gaming. Everyday tasks just run smoothly without any problems or hiccups as such. The gaming mode also works fine, and I have uploaded a gaming review of this ROM, so feel free to check that out. Now let's talk about the bugs and the stability of this ROM. As there are so many settings and options, you expect a few bugs here and there. I have faced 3 minor issues. The first one is that the fingerprint icon remains on the screen after using the app locker sometimes, and that part of the screen becomes unusable. However, it is not a major problem because just by pulling the status bar down solves this problem. The next thing is the OxygenOS camera. OxygenOS camera is supported by this ROM but not 100%. I mean, the normal mode works fine, but the night mode always gives pinkish photos. Though I use Gcam for most of the pictures, but the issue is still there. The last issue that I faced with this ROM is call quality. I mean, it's okay, but not very good. I have faced issues where another person is not able to hear me properly. This doesn't happen every time, but yes, the issue is there. Overall, it's a very good ROM, or rather I should say almost perfect ROM. It provides you with a plethora of customization options and it is mostly stable. If you want to go with a complete stable ROM with less number of customization, I'll recommend Havoc OS. But if you can do with these minor bugs, go with MSM Extended. Comment down if you want more custom ROM reviews like this on OnePlus 8T. That's all for this video. Hopefully you liked the video. Smash the like button if you did. Subscribe to the channel for more tech videos. Thank you for watching.